Good evening. Today I wanted to read a very interesting Gemara that will help us to understand one of the important psukim that we have. The Gemara in Masechet Yuma, page Tet, the 9th page. This is what the Gemara says. Amar Rabbi Yochanan. Rabbi Yochanan says, Mai dichtiv, what is it that the Torah says? Irat Hashem tosif yamim ushnot reshaim tiktzorna. Literally, the translation is Irat Hashem, fear from God, will add days to your life, which means will make our life longer. Ushnot reshaim tiktzorna, and the years of the wicked people will be shortened. That's the literal translation. But the Gemara, since the Torah, the oral Torah teaches all the secrets of God, here comes the secret that we have to understand here. The Gemara says like this: Irat Hashem tosif yamim. Fear from Hashem will add days to our life. This is the first temple. As we know, we had two temples. We had the first temple that King Solomon built, and that was standing for 410 years. And then it was destroyed by the Babylonians. And then 7 years later, after the destruction of the first temple, they built the second temple. And it was standing for 420 years. So altogether, from the beginning of the first temple until the end of the second temple, 900 years, with 70 years time out in between. And the first temple has advantages that the other temple did not have. This is what the Gemara is focusing on. So in 410 years that this temple was standing, how many Kohanim Gdolim we had? Kohen Gadol means the high priest, a Kohen, but a major Kohen, the highest one. And he's the one who goes into Bet HaMikdash in Yom Kippur to say a special prayer for the people of Israel. So the Gemara asks, how many Kohen Gadol served in these 410 years? Altogether, believe it or not, only 12. 12 Kohanim Gdolim. Altogether, that's it. And then the second temple, the Gemara say, the rest of the pasuk, Ushnot Reshaim Tiksorna, the years of the wicked people will be shortened. This is the second temple, who stood for 420 years. How many Kohanim Gdolim, how many high priests were serving in that temple? More than 300. For more or less the same period of time, 12 as opposed to more than 300. And from these 300, it gets worse. One of them was Shimon HaTzadik, righteous Shimon, one of the holiest people we ever had, that he was a Kohen Gadol for 40 years. One of them, his name was Yochanan Kohen Gadol. Yochanan, the high priest, the Kohen Gadol, he served 80 years. So it's already 120 years off from 420 years. So we left with 300 years. Then we have Rabbi Ishmael ben Fabi, 10 years he served, way down to 290 years. Then we have Rabbi Elazar ben Charsom, who were 11 years. So what are we down to? 279 years. So with 279 years, there were more than 300 Kohanim, which means each one of them did not finish a cycle of 1 year in average. Why is it? To show you how the level of the people dropped in a period of few hundred years. That in the first temple, every Kohen was a righteous, holy person, pure and clean. There was no reason for him to die. Why they died? When they go inside Kodesh HaKodashim, the holiest of all holiest, the holiest square in the whole world, inside the temple. If they have a bad thought, or irrelevant thought, I should say, they fall and die. That's how holy is that place. And nobody can come in to take them out because no other Jew is permitted in. No one except this Kohen Gadol. So they had to tie a rope to his leg that when he dies, God forbid, they will have to pull the rope and bring him out. And people knew, this is interesting, this is what I want to bring up. People knew that they're going to die. They knew that their level is not what the necessary level requires. They were willing to die as long as they have few months of honor. How much a person is dying for honor, for attention, which is really all fake, it's all baloney. how much they're willing to sacrifice in order for them to be 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 months in charge, to be a Kohen Gadol. Everybody knows you're the most important person in the world. And you know that once Yom Kippur comes, you're going to die. Because you know who you are. You know you're not 100%. You know you cannot control your mind. But you're still willing to get the job, to do it, knowing you're going to die just for the honor. That's what's happening today. Today is much, much worse than then. People are dying for honor. People murdering for honor. People arguing about silly things. Husbands and wives breaking families every minute, every second. All about ego. Ego and pride, which is the number one destruction. As the Torah says, that Hashem cannot stand people with ego. Cannot stand, cannot look at proud people. Only humbled. People who are down to earth are considered high. People who are trying to make themselves high will end up very small. Thank you very much.